No, the way last week.
Yeah, so
yeah, I watched it again. This week, they come home again.
the oldest can do this fly. They come home late night. Those guys Forest Park, same thing. They looked like they were right, but they were just too far away all night to get there. Yeah, I call it one of the girls. I've just done it with Lou and Dr. Ripper and all that area. We went out to the end of the year last week, and the girl came from the concert.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It was closed.
Nah.
So, you're on there,
Right,
right?
you'll now able to
I'm there tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I just came off from the tour you did, spent 5 days in Japan, and then did South Korea, Taiwan, Singapore. So we do that leg again, we're going to go one before it, and Los Angeles or one.
Yeah.
Go to be a couple of days in Vegas first. Hello.
Hey, yeah. Trying to not get lost.
Good luck.
Yeah, no rush.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AFLNT's coverage of the 24-25 TIO NTFL season from DXC Arena here in Darwin on Larrakia Country. My name is Nick Danks and my current commentary partner this afternoon is Bucks. Bucks, how are you this afternoon, and expecting a big one today?
Yeah, it's a big game for both sides to just keep in touch with the top five. Yeah, and it should be a great game.
Both sides had 2 wins this season, and amazingly, they've beaten both same sides. PINT defeated Buffs in round 1 and looked pretty good at that game, and then Magpies and Wanderers the same. They've beaten the Magpies and the Buffs as well this season. Both of those two clubs having a bit of tough start this year and up to round 8. And this is a big one, though, for either side, just to break their way and try and keep in touch with that top 4 or 5.
Yeah, Pints have been very competitive. Just missed a couple of big games by the end, the last quarter, so they'll be working on that as well. And also Wanderers have been competitive until half-time of games as well. But I think if Wanderers can get their running game on the outside going in tough conditions, it'll be hard for Pints to stop that.
Yeah, you're saying tough conditions. And one thing I've always liked about PINT in the season and a half or a bit they've been in the competition is they've been very, very quick on the ground and really good at coming back late in the final quarters. So if they're just out of it there, they can come back, and I've seen them pinch a few. But we had a fair bit of rain here about 2 or 3 hours ago, and rain was an understatement. I actually rang the boss and said, you reckon they'll play football today? Because you couldn't see the other side of the ground. But what it's done to the ground, it'll slow the team down. The ball's going to get wet and heavy really quick. But hopefully we don't get any more rain for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it looks like it has cleared up, but it's pretty soggy on foot. And, yeah, the big bodies will be crashing in hard in the first half of the game, and it's whoever can keep the fitness up and clean possessions moving forward.
And a couple of other big games today for round 8 over at Gazali's Arena. Palmerston take on the Tigers. 7:30 night at Carter's over Waratah and the Buffs. But the game of the round, the top of the table clash, it'll be a beauty at 6 o'clock tonight at TIO. St Mary's versus Southern Districts. You think St Mary's could get over them?
Yeah, they can. It's always a tough game, them two. Yeah, Districts are playing some good footy at the moment and got the side. But, yeah, St Mary's will be looking to try and knock them off, give them their first loss, just to flex their muscles a bit, but it'll be a cracking game.
And this is nearly the turnaround part of the season where everybody's pretty much played each other once. I know PINT have the bye next week, and then they look into starting the second half of the season. So a win tonight by these sides really important.
Yeah, very important. Just to keep, I think they're both out of the... Pints are out of the 8-by-2 game, so they've really got to just keep connected and really need this win to keep in touch.
All right, who do you think tonight? PINT at home here, of course, always look pretty good, get a good turnout. I think the crowd's been cut down a little bit because of the weather, but they might turn up late out of the PINT club. But who do you fancy?
Yeah, I'm going to probably back Wanderers. I know Pints are a good side here, but I'm just going to go with Wanderers at this stage if the weather stays dry. I'm
going to stick with PINT today. Every time I see these guys play, as I said, I do like the way the speed they've got. I'm just a bit worried about how heavy the ground is. And to walk out there, certainly towards this side of the scoreboard side, it's a bit muddy. The other side's not as bad. So if PINT can, you'll probably see the ball a fair bit on the other side if PINT have got control. But we're not far away from balling it up in the middle here at DXC Arena.
And that middle looks pretty muddy to a turf cricket pitch, Pints Oval, so they'll get pretty sticky by the end of the day.
Yep, absolutely. We just watched the reserves guys come out and had struggled with the ball overhead, but once the ball got wet. But overall, chest mark was pretty straightforward, and as I said, if this rain can stay away, we might dry the pitch up pretty quickly as well.
Connor McDonald starting in the ruck. Played last year. I think it's the first game for the season.
There's a little bit of delay here while sorting out the scoreboard, I think is the problem. The umpire's now been given the clear to get ahead.
Adam Jorgensen's lining up for Pint's first game from Wodonga Raiders. He flew up here, moved up here, played at Nightcliff 3 or 4 years ago. Very talented, small mid-forward.
Obviously not going to bounce it today. We're going to throw it up. Rucks go at it, not really an advantage, still stuck in the middle there. The umpire will come in and have another go at that. I don't see in this ground today there'll be any bouncing of the ball. He'll be chucking up every time, which comes to the advantage of the taller ruckmans. PINT hit that out of the middle. First go forward. Back down the wing, well defended. And safely picked up there by Calavine. Slowing it down early here As I said, play that side of the wing is probably where they're going to be most of the day because of the bit full firmer ground. Good mark there for Pint in defence. Chips it over the top. McCarthy. Well up by Maloney there just to bring that ball to the boundary.
Maloney starting forward. He's usually plays centre half back or half back. So interesting move. Starting at full forward.
Maloney up in the ruck here for Pint. The ball in. Drop short as we'll do this with the heavy ball. And we'll have another throw in on that far wing. He's pinged that for deliberate. Piercy.
Tottenham on the wing. Handball's back. Looks like caught the ball. Pint's tackle. Far wing. Not sure who's got it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see from this side of the ground. We're down on boundary level, so it's very difficult here at the moment at DXC Arena.
Taylor fisted front and centre. Wanderers gets a hand wide. Going backwards. Kick to Marcus Tottenham, local junior. Been at Wanderers, played a lot of footy.
Well smothered there. Shouldn't happen with this new standing mark rule, but he's run into him then. Back at it again on the same thing. So for the last 3 or 4 minutes, we haven't really moved around the boundary line at all. One thing is Pint are playing very, very deep. They don't have a single person in their half of the ground, in defensive half of the ground, so they push really forward, trying to keep this game fairly tight.
A contest, Wanderers win the ball. Kick it far wing. Down the line, controlling the ball.
Nice overhead there, Mark, with this heavy ball.
They're still moving it with quick hands, Wanderers. To half forward, there's 1 on 3.
Kicked up.
Four Wanderers players. 2 Wanderers players against 3 points there. Smothered by Wanderers. Slippery conditions.
Mikura.
Wanderers kicked the first goal, and I think it's
Josh Mikura.
Josh Mikura.
Kicked the first one. Bit of scrappy play down that far wing there, but he just took the first opportunity the Wanderers had to go forward. And as I said, the Pint are playing really, really deep. It's surprising in these sort of conditions. They haven't dropped someone back just for that ball over the top, and that would have helped in that sort of condition. But well done by Wanderers. Get the first one on the scoreboard 4 minutes into the first quarter.
Very game by Pints playing that, because I think Wanderers would rather that get one over the top and use their pace running forward. So they've got to be careful, Pints, make sure they can cut it off across half back.
Yeah, watch them do that. Like a couple of weeks ago, they played really, really deep, and that's what Waratah did to them as well. Just chipped it over the top and they just outdid them with pace. Obviously not expecting that much to happen on this heavy ground, but that's exactly what happened then. Ball's back in the ruck. Pint again bringing it out of the centre. Fegley into a large pack. Umpire's seen something there. Over the shoulder. And it's going to Wanderers. Short pass out. Looking for some movement. Not much for him at the moment as he's waving around. A couple of guys just come off. Leggett's just come in. Looking for the long ball. And that's exactly where he went to. Big pack though. Leggett tried to get up in there. And the boundary line will rush it over. But Leggett came straight out through the interchange then and was the tall target. And on a dry day, he may have pinged that one, but it's just gone over the back. And we're back in for a ball in.
Daniel Fuller's gone into the ruck for Wanderers. So they're rotating heavily, quickly.
McDonald picked that up off the ground quickly. Back into the pack, looking for a runner. Well defended. And that's going to come back for him. Xavier Kubilo just managed to turn that one around, and what a check side that was. He picked that one
just sort
through.
of swung to the left, which was a good kick. But Wanderers, they're just being patient when they've taken a mark, not rushing. Sort of plenty of composure. Aaron will be really happy with that. Pints have just got to win the ball and take control.
There is no breeze around here at the moment. There usually will be a breeze to the right of screen towards the airport end, and that'll come in probably in the second half. Is usually about sort of time that breeze picks up. But at the moment, the breeze didn't affect that. He just did what a good old SA check side on it, and it came back and just went inside that right-hand post. And the second one on the board there for Wanderers, 6.5 minutes into the first quarter. 2 goals straight, the Wanderers. Pint yet to score. So we're back into the middle.
Connor McDonald, rep ruckman last year, played in the rep side. He'll ruck all day, Connor. He's pretty fit, so he'll be a challenge for him because I think Wanderers will have 2 or 3 ruckmen against him. Pints win that out. Jorgensen gets tackled. Taylor comes in and it'll be a ball up at centre half forward for Pints. Once again, Pints are rolled all up. Wanderers. Pints have no one in their forward, back 50.
Ooh, a bit of a push out there from the umpire. Got that straight away. Bit hard to get away with those when you do it right in front. Oh, horrible kick. Somehow changed his mind halfway through, I think, and just didn't do either. Pints still trying to push forward here, but just not given an inch by Wanderers at the moment.
Unlucky there. I thought that was a good tackle.
I think he's pulled that back.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
I think Pints free across
Yeah, I think
the centre of the ground.
I think the tackle was right, Bucks. I think it was something off the ball because he's going to a different player. So something's happened. The umpire sent off the ball just to push out. Piner trying to work out who the free kick's for as well. Well defended. As you said, Wanderers just taking that little extra half a second. That's off the ball. That'll go down the ground.
Be frustrated if you're a Pints coach. Silly little things like that. This early in the game. Discipline. Pints kick it wide, half forward.
Oh, good tackle.
Jacob Maloney's tackled.
Oh, Pinky had the ball.
Yeah,
I think he had it. I thought he was just away from it, but the umpire said he didn't have the ball control, so he's been pinged. But again, they're just falling down with that one kick up forward, Pointer. And Wanderers cutting it off again. Back down that far wing makes it very hard for us over here on the boundary, other side boundary line.
Dre Thompson's back in this week.
A bit of speed, kicking forward. He's just going to ping it from a distance, just gone that right-hand side of the post. First minor score of the game, 2 goals, 1-13. Pint yet to score, coming up to the 10th minute mark of the first quarter here at DXC Arena. Looking for some movement around and not much for him, so he's going to go short. McKimmie. And short back down that far side again.
Pints are just trying to hold possession. Down the line, Fuller and Connor. Trying to hit a target across half forward. Pints.
Ooh, well tackled.
Wanderers' pressure's been really good.
Oh, good mark. Kept his eyes on it all the time, Neil did. And he's lining up for the opportunity for Pint's first goal of the game.
Might be Ben Brett.
Brett, was it?
Yeah, Ben Brett.
Brett.
Yeah, courageous mark, actually. He sort of had to sit under it for a little bit.
No, he was there a while, and he's taken that. You're right, it is Brett.
He's a very good forward. Played, I think this might be his second or third year at Pints. Loves to kick a goal.
So no breeze fight. Either end's directly in front here. Should just pop this straight over the top of the goal umpire's head. And that's pretty much what he did. Sends the ball into the bushes. And Piner on the board, 1 goal with 6 points, 2-1-13. 11-minute mark of the first quarter.
Pints worked really well getting forward of the ball, then they outnumbered Wanderers, and yeah, created that goal for Ben to mark.
Took a big mark though to take it. That could have been punched out pretty easily. So not as convincing going forward as they probably would have liked. But at the end of the day, they'll take that goal just as a bit of a settler. And I think still need to lower their eyes a bit and try and pick somebody up coming out of the pack rather than trying to bang these balls high. It just happened to go high enough to come back down as a chest mark, because overhead's going to be pretty hard. As I said, we had a lot of rain earlier today, and the ball's pretty heavy out there.
Silver used for playing for Pints. He's from Euroa in the Golden Valley. Played last season.
Pint win the ruck again, but this time Wanderers bring it out of the centre. Not for long. It's going to be cut off at the end of the square. Bang back forward, so Pint 3 in a row now. I've got it out of the middle. Oh, he's got him there, yep. Had a couple of goes, and he's had another go after he's lost the ball. So a bit of pushing and shoving going on there. The rest of the guys are going to keep playing football. Leggett again. One-on-one up forward line. Defender did really well. They held his ground.
Player pushed him into it.
Yeah, held his ground and then got pushed into it. Moore with the ball in the middle now. Looking out wide, I can see Warburton is out there. He's gone the other side. Ooh. He was looking for Thompson down the wing there, but well defended by the Wanderers attacker then.
Pints are just missing them little targets that Wanderer is hitting, so they just got to clean that up. Ruckman, I think 2 Wanderers players put the hand up, but they've sorted it out.
Find his way through the pack there, just couldn't get onto it. Yakura knocking it forward. Big pack going to go over the back. Umpire's seen something. It's a push out and it'll be a Pint free kick. Again, trying to bring it out slowly. That's Moore. Warburton's been out on his own now for ages on this right-hand wing, but they keep going to the left-hand side of the ground. Again, he's all by himself out here. Mulseed finds Thompson this time. Kick down the wing in hope. By the looks of that one, it's going to be cut off. On a dry day, it would have been. Yeah, the umpire's seen something in that.
Yep.
Got him on the knee, I think.
He was trying to get through.
Yeah, Wilson's got the kick there for Pint.
From CDU, Wilson, Cora Rutherland.
Maloney just came off the bench as well.
Push out there. Bit hard to see.
Cox with the ball.
50.
Cox has got himself a 50 there. I think that might have been a verbal one. Wasn't happy with the decision, and the umpires just made him even less happier about the decision. 1 goal 6 to 2-1 13. Leggett's had a lot of touches early in this game. Tackled him out of it. Fell luckily though for Truan. Yeah, knocked forward, kick and hope more than anything else, and out of bounds on the fall. Yeah, Pint just need to slow it down a bit, Bucks. They're just not. They're getting to about halfway, and then it's just hitting hope.
Credit to Wanderers, they really sort of kept them in their forward 50, defending really well.
A lot of open space if he wants to knock it across. That's exactly what he does. The big guys, big pile up. Comes to ground. You think the umpire will come in? He does.
Interesting. Pints have gone very defensive. Just got players in their backup line, pushing back, which is hard as a coach. You sort of want to have a crack one-on-one first, but got a bit defensive.
Free kick for over the shoulder. Again, a PINT one, says Wanderers just falling down with a couple of bad free kicks in their half. Oh, well picked up. That's Schwarzenberger. The umpire's giving a free kick to Wanderers. Billy Crofts. Crofts looking out wide. Picks up White. White's got plenty of time. Knocks it in forward to the big guys. They go up. Good, well defended by PINT. Whitehall. Yeah, Whitehall at the bottom of that pack.
Brett Motlop playing forward. Usually a backman, but yeah, making a contest forward. Wanderer's got to try and get a target in. Contest there. Contested ball spilled out. Pints has got it out wide to Schultz, the captain. Jonesy competes. Yusof gets it, pushes it forward. The Wanderers, 2 Pints players, but Wanderers have pushed back to help out. Cross half back and take a mark.
McCarthy with the mark there.
The Wanderers.
Jorgensen. You can hear that ball, how heavy it is at the moment out there. Trying to fight his way through a pack. Oh, he's lucky not to get pinged there. The umpire just gave him the benefit of the doubt. Banged away by Ryan. And well picked up by Horan. Looking for someone to come to him. No one did, so he's pushed out to the left-hand wing, double fist. Looking for the boundary and will find it.
Going to be a very contested game, I think.
Yeah, Albert didn't have any minds of marking that at all. He went 2 fists straight for it. And definitely only had one place for that to go.
Fuller and Connor in the ruck.
You're watching AFL-NT's coverage of the 24-25 TIO NTFL season from DXC Arena here in Darwin. 18, nearly 90-minute mark of the first quarter. Good time then as he knocked that forward, and another good mark forward for PINT.
That's Christopher Neal. Played at Marupna and from Tasmania originally.
Well, I got both of them right because I didn't take a mark there, but I did it about 10 minutes earlier. So he's at exactly the same spot that Benjamin Brett was at about 10 minutes or so ago, who's got the only goal for PINT. And you would think he would do the same thing, and another ball into the bushes at the back there from this distance. And he's done exactly that. Umpire didn't move at all. So 1 point in it, which, to be fair to PINT, that's not in bad position for where they could have been. Wanderers have had a fair bit of control up forward, but haven't been managed to really trouble the scoreboard and have 1 point in it as we go into 20 seconds before time on. It's a bit of a win there towards the end for PINT.
Yeah, definitely. Wanderers had it in their forward 50 for most of the quarter, just haven't converted. So, yeah, Aaron will be looking. Hopefully they can start converting some goals. But credit to Pints.
And if you keep hearing that siren, that's from the footy ground of TIO Stadium straight across the road. So it's not the siren for this crowd, but we're not that far away from that. You wouldn't think, with only 4 goals scored in the quarter. Yeah.
Tixi-Chachi.
Oh, he's not happy with... I think the kick was from the right spot, but the goal wasn't on the right mark, and then that's the siren. So unless he wants to boot a 100-metre goal, that's pretty much it. So there we go. Quarter time, 2 goals to PINT, 12 points. Wanderers lead by 1 point, 2 goals, 1-13. We'll be back after this very short break.
The territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Mark say he coming by 4 o'clock. I don't know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AFLNT's coverage of the 24-25 TIO NTFL season from DXC Arena here in Darwin on Larrakia Country. I'm Nick Danks, my commentary partner this afternoon is Bucks. Bucks, 1 point in that, but to be honest, Wanderers looked a lot better than that and probably should have been a couple in front by now.
Yeah, just couldn't convert Wanderers. As we said, they had it in their forward 50 most of that quarter, and Pint's got them on the overlap. But just listen to Aaron, they're good. They're happy with the 1%ers and just controlling the footy. Just want to give the first gives and try and open the game up a bit more. Pints have just got to start winning the ball and just hit their targets when they're trying to chip it around and move it forward as quick as they can, one-on-ones, but very hard conditions.
Absolutely, and Wanderers, of course, were a couple up in front, and then Brett and Neil got them with a couple of brave marks in the forward line, pretty much directly in front, so pretty straightforward goals from them there. But then really the only two chances that Pint have had, it's just that Wanderers just haven't taken the most, as you said, of their opportunities for the fair bit of time they've spent up forward line.
Yeah, Wanderers have been really good at cross defence, half-back, blocking it off, making it half hard for Pints to get opportunity, so they'll be trying to keep that going and getting the forward and hopefully they can convert Wanderers. But yeah, Pints have just got to start again and create one-on-ones up forward. Pretty
warm humid day, of course, a lot of rain earlier in the day and moments of the ground's fairly heavy on top and the ball's going to get very heavy as it plays through the water, but we haven't got any rain around, and having a look at the map, it looks pretty good for the rest of the game, fingers crossed. But 1 point in it as we go into the second quarter.
Cox and Connor McDonald for Pints and Cox for Wanderers starting off in the ruck.
Up in the centre, Pints done pretty well out of the centre today, won most of them, but Wanderers are going to get this one out. Just couldn't find the handle of it. It's come out the back, but Wanderers still look like, he just couldn't get his handle on that ball either. And a bit of a bit more pushing and shoving going on. It's been a little bit of that today. No love lost between these two sides. Well, a big tackle there, ball and all, and took him to the boundary. But a big tackle there from Calavine.
Well,
bring it back in.
Wanderers playing mud all over his face. I'm not sure who that is. 20.
That's Leggett, who's been in everything today, and now he's been in the mud really as well. Good. He's been played really well, and we'll just have to get the mud out of his eyes. Knocked forward there by Calavine. Just a kick and hope, but it's going to come over the back. Pint have been playing very deep earlier in that first quarter, did settle back as the game went on. As we get a boundary line in the pocket. No, he's pinned him for intentional. Yeah.
What's that? Jack Twerwin.
Again's had a fair bit of the ball today. We're looking to put this to the top of the square, you would think. Looks like he's lining up, but something's... Oh,
a dog.
A dog.
There you go.
Yeah, dog. Give that to the runner. Something to do. There you go.
I was wondering what was the umpire was stop play.
I don't know where he came from. There's a bloke over the other side with a lead. I'm not sure if it's his. He's going to run across the whole pitch now to get him back. He's put that, as I said, to the top of the square, looking for the big markers. Bodies everywhere. Been knocked out, though, by Pint. Again on that far wing, which is a bit firmer than this side of the ground. Maloney. Knocked forward for Wanderers.
Dre
Good
Thompson.
hands there. And, lovely goal.
Young Dre Thompson.
Yeah.
Wanderers junior. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him this year. I haven't commentated on a couple of games, but it's good to see him back.
3 goals, 119 to 2 goals straight for Pint. So 7-point lead, coming up to the 3-minute mark of the second quarter here at DXC Arena.
Just then, Wanderers really good, just tapping it forward, keeping it going forward no matter what. Mitch Taylor whacked it, give it a big whack forward into their forward 50, which created that goal.
In the wet conditions, that's pretty much it. As you would know as a coach, Bucks, just get it forward at all costs and just don't mess around and try minimal contact in the wake. Just keep it going forward.
Yeah, keep it basic.
Back into the centre. Lights just come on here at DXC. They'll take effect in about 20 minutes' time, you think, with the way the sun is.
Yep, height. That's it.
Wanderers take it out of the middle for the second time in a row. Pack forms in the start of the 50. Umpire's going to come in and ball that up. Seen a few ball ups today, mainly because of these tight conditions, and Wanderers especially haven't given PINT any room at all. Up we go. Taylor. Knocking forward again for Wanderers, looking for someone to pick that up was White. Back again in the pack with Murray Wade on top of him.
Wanderers putting some good pressure on PINT. They don't have much time when they do win the ball.
Xavier Cubio and Wilkes waiting to come back on. Just trying to get the ball on the side where they can do a swap. We've got to pack up again. I think the umpire's going to come in and ball that up. Straight up, straight down. Good hands, Messi. Look again, PINT looking for the boundary. Just can't get across there, so going to try and come out through the middle. That's a dangerous kick and was cut off pretty easily by Calavine. He doesn't look confident from this distance and stood basically right on the mark and was always going to push that right the way he was kicking that.
Very stagnant Wanderers. There wasn't much leading, creating space, but it's a bit hard when half of PINTs have just folded most of their players back. Boundary throw in, forward Wanderers pocket. Had the opportunities, Wanderers. Just bombing it. Out on the full. PINTs will kick it in.
PINT, they haven't been in their haven't been in their forward line this half. And didn't get there many times in the first quarter either, but pinched 2 goals. Knocked down again, looking down the wings, just knocks it forward. Jones was beaten to that one by Calavine, who's had a lot of touches this quarter. He's just put that one out the full, round behind the cricket net, so he's going to jog back and pick up Brett.
This PINT's very stagnant.
Yeah. Asked a lot for him then. Kicked that fairly firmly at him, and he was never going to control that in these conditions with this ball, so didn't give him the opportunity. Yeah. He was lucky to get away with it the way that dropped as well. You're right, Bucks.
Fuller's back in the ruck. McDonald.
Cubio and Wilkes here for Wanderers. Been standing in this interchange now for a good 3 or 4 minutes waiting to get on, but the ball's just not come into a position where they've had a chance to get on. Again, it'll just dribble over to the boundary line. Umpire Willie Ping. Yes, he did. Oh, that's very. Oh, the local crowd probably not happy with that decision, but you can see it happening.
Brad Ryan, vice captain from Tatura, moved it forward quick and unlucky.
Fuller knocks that one back forward. Dropping over the back of the pack again. Bit of pace on there for Wanderers by Dre Thompson, but he just couldn't get the bit of benefit of the ball. Umpire again balling it in. Boundary umpire's been kept busy in this quarter.
Just need to really win these contest points and try and clear it.
That was straight up again, short. Dropped short of both ruckmen then.
Good mark.
Yeah, good mark.
There's Zachary Fuller.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to go. We're just going to pull that back, but he was never going to pull the back all that way.
Interesting points. They just folded all their numbers back. Just, very defensive, hard as a coach, coaching against that.
Another out of bounds on the fall there. Just, it was a dangerous kick in, but they're going to get away with it. Jorgensen down the wing again, this far wing, which is a bit firmer, as I said, than this side of the ground. Umpire's paid him the free kick for a bit of a tug before the ball got to him there. Handball over the top. Brett, they knock it into the goal square. Again, a difficult ball to mark, and Wanderers have defended that pretty well. It goes out of bounds again.
Very unlucky that.
Well, knocked across the middle, and another high mark.
They've had the luck points. Then created one-on-one, moved it forward quick.
This is Neil again. Should take the time and drop this one over. They've dropped a couple people on the line. Wanderers are, but he shouldn't have much trouble from this angle. Takes a step wider. Helps him out a bit there, the umpire did. Just to get the score back to where it was at quarter time. We tried to push it on the inside of the post, but he's managed to get it. So it's his 2 shots of goals, and both of them have been pretty close to the points. But 3 got straight for Point, 18 points. Wanderers 1 point lead, 3-1-19, which is exactly where we were at quarter time, coming up to the 10-minute mark of the second quarter here at DXC Arena. Couple other games on the go. Sorry, Bucks, of course. We've got a big match coming up later on tonight. Do not miss this one. St Mary's versus Southern Districts, 7 o'clock at TIO, 6 o'clock, sorry, at TIO. It's going to be a beauty.
Yeah, Wanderers Aaron Motlop, coach, will be frustrated with that. Had inside their forward 50 for the last 6 to 7 minutes, and Pints just move it, get it once in their forward 50 and convert to a goal. So
back into the ruck, it's been pretty even today. Wanderers get the first kick up, and it just goes straight up and down in the middle, looking for a bit of a lucky bounce there, and then got away with it, knocked forward. Just dropped short of him, Pint player running onto it. Looking out wide, got plenty of time though. They have Pint at the moment, just there. And just pinged inside the boundary. Boundary just beat him on the far side. Umpire's going to throw it back in.
That was Yusof. Pints looked a bit more composure there and a bit cleaner.
Again, ball stuck out on that wing for a fair bit of time.
Wanderers try to push it forward, but Pints hasn't moved very far, that far wing. Hard to see.
Wanderers captain Mitchell Taylor standing here all on his own in the interchange bench, and there's not a player within about 150 metres of him. They've been waiting a long time for the ball come up this side to get back on, but the captain's standing there patiently waiting to get back on for Wanderers. A bit messy in the middle, just knocked forward.
Doing what works for them, Wanderers, just knocking it forward, trying to create something.
Could have been a throw, and was a throw. Yeah. Yep.
Which way?
Oh, I think it's a Wanderers free kick. Yeah, no, that was a two-handed volleyball tap, but unfortunately it stuck in his hand when he went to do it, and it was a pretty easy decision for the umpire to call for a throw. So Brent Montlop.
Played a lot of footy for the Wanderers. Usually at full back.
Captain Taylor has just managed to get onto the ground, and he's going to run the full length of the full width of the ground to get where the action is. Big kick in these conditions. I think he may have got that. Oh, he did.
Very
Oh,
good kick.
oh, big one.
It's coming straight off.
Yep. Yeah, a big kick there by Brett Bedlott. So 4-1-25 to point 3 straight 18. Coming up to the 13-minute mark here of the second quarter at DXC Arena. You're watching round 8 of the NTFL from DXC, as I said, and a couple of other big games on today.
Back in the middle. Once again, McDonald hasn't changed and Fuller's rocked most of this quarter.
Important win for either of these sides. As I said earlier on Bucks, both sides only 2 wins for the season so far up to round 8. And be nice to stay in touch with those sides just in front of them. Again, Wanderers win it out of the middle, but well cut off. That's probably the first decent above mark we've seen in defence from Pint, but he did that very well. Knocked it forward. Bit of running on here. He's going to get ball. Nearly got chased down. Ball in a pack again, but toe poked out of there. Pint's going to put it back in with shot. Again going up for a high mark. Oh, it's Lux of Fortune, and he could be.
Don't know what's happened there. It's a goal.
Goal umpire's giving it to him.
They were unlucky, the Wanderers player there, Motlop. He fumbled at Yusof a couple of times.
Yep. So Yusof with that one. And he could have also got legged at one stage while he was in the air, but the goal umpire just waved it through. By the time I think he was going to call the leg decision, it was already a goal. But we're back to the same result we were at quarter time. 1 point different, 4 goals straight to Pint, 4-1 to Wanderers. Coming up to the 15-minute mark of the second quarter.
And there's been a ruck change. McCarthy for Pints, and I'm not sure, Cox, is it? 17? Kane Cox for Muckmucks.
Straight up, straight down to the ruck. The umpire's going to do that one again. In the middle, that's not going anywhere either.
Very congested.
Yeah. Of course, a cricket pitch in the middle there too, so very muddy in the middle of the ground. That's come out. Strange handball forward, but as you said earlier, just to get it forward at any cost. Locked in. Cooper Whitehall at the bottom of the pack. And Jack Sinclair at the bottom of the pack also for Wanderers. Just toe poke out of there. Oh, yeah, definitely had him without the ball. Xavier Cuba just made that pretty easy for him to make that decision.
I think Ben Brett's given away.
Oh, Ben Brett, oh, what?
I think he must have.
Yeah, Brett did say something. But,
give a bit of advice.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
He's given the other umpire a bit of advice. I'm not sure this could be 150 if he doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, and one of his teammates went past and said, enough of that. 50 metres on a day like today is pretty
Costly.
handy.
Yes.
Knocked forward then by Cubio. Again, the pack forms on that far side. Brought out there by Pint, trying to check it into the middle, but again, that's going to bounce and beat them all out onto the boundary.
Far side again.
16 and a half minutes of the second quarter, 4 goals straight to Pint, 4-1. That handy point to Wanderers. A critical game for both these sides, and both won only 2 games this season, and we're up to round 8. I need to bring it back in.
Cox and Maloney.
Favourite Cox, but he just knocks it back down pretty much to the same spot, and the pack forms again. Coming out of there with Pint.
All the umpires over.
Schwarzenberg. The umpire's been pretty tough on him today. For anything that's just slightly, I think that's something off the ball again.
Balling it up, they don't know.
Yep.
Both umpires had a bit.
A different view of the same incident, yep. Or 2 frees, but Schwarzenberg was involved in both of them, so. We're going to ball this one up.
It's Ruckman jump early. Ray, very good soccer player, Ray, as well. Schultz, the captain. Forward to Neil.
Neil's looking for someone to knock it through. Ooh, just slipped that over the back. There's heaps of room on the far side here for Wanderers.
Marcus Tottenham got some space, but there's nothing down the line.
Going to go back to the squad. Oh, no.
Coach's nightmare.
Yep.
Turnover zone.
20. Yeah, but he's pushed that to the right. Jorgensen had the opportunity. He did cut that off very, very well, but he just couldn't. He probably could have taken an extra step, and on a dry day, Bucks, he may have taken a couple of bounces there, but he took the shot from far away and pushed it right during his running motion.
Just shows you not much talk. Boys are getting tired at the end of the quarter.
So that should tie it up 4-1 at 4-1.
Should be 25-25. Pushed
So
out
all tied up here as we're coming close to time on in the second quarter. 2 goals scored, quarters each. Oh, nice mark. Only one who eyes for the ball there.
Yeah.
He's looking for something to go to, but this is what it's been like by Wanderers, just tighten up PINT completely. It's going to be hard over the back. That's always going to end up in the boundary when you put it to that position. Let's throw it back in. Again, Kane Cox put his arm up for the ball in here for Wanderers. Drops a little short for both ruckmen. Cox, though, still into the pack there. And you think, another, yep, that'll do. We'll ball that one up. There's no way that was coming out of there.
Took a little bit.
He took a bit longer than I thought he was, but it was definitely always going to be a ball up. Well, that's an unfortunate throw there. I think he went to handball, and the wet ball just bounced off his hand and the tackle knocked it forward. So McDonald bangs it forward for PINT. Lucky bounce over the back and pops it through for a behind. And that is PINT's first lead of the game, 4-2-26 to 4-1-25 into time on in the second quarter. Wanderers were leading by a point in the quarter time, and they've flipped around by a whole point here, 20 and a half minutes into this game, into the second quarter. Out to the far wing, again PINT going to bring it back. Good tackle though. Fegley. Yeah, I think he's kicked that about 3 feet over the line, right in front of the Wanderers bench there, so he's was never going to get away with that one. Cox again in the ruck, with the further throw and boundary throw in. Head down and looking for the hands out. Did get it through. Again, all PINT though in defence. We've got 3 or 4 of them out here on this far wing. Brave with 2 Wanderers players on him. Then he pushed that ball.
Oh, the bounce. This fella.
Just couldn't get the purchase on that thing. Just knocks it. Wanderers are going to be happy to see this ball go over, and that's exactly what it does. As we hit the 22nd minute mark of the second quarter, PINT have hit the lead for the first time this afternoon and leading by 1 point at the moment. Thought this was going to be a tight game today, Bucks, and we've got what we expected, and I can't see much changing here in the second half either. Again, same boundary line, but the umpires
kicked out on the full.
Kicked on the full.
So the siren will go soon. Any goals scored?
He said, we're sitting on the boundary set line on the other side of the ground here, so it's a bit hard to see some of this stuff that's happening, but he's run a long way. Strange handball. I would have thought, I think you got to handball it off your hand, not while it's in the air, but the umpire gave him benefit of the doubt. Dodged around that one, did Malstead, and there's the siren and a turnaround of a point. So we're here at half-time at DXC Arena, 4-2, 26 to Pint to 4-1, 25 to Wanderers, as we just wait to see what's happening here with the umpire. He's called that time. The siren at this ground is not really that loud, and I don't think the umpires have picked that one up either as in this thing, but that it is at half-time. So we'll be back with you very shortly here at DXC Arena.
Territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Oh,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AFL NT's coverage of the 24-25 TIO NTFL season from DXC Arena here in Darwin and Larrakia Country. I'm Nick Danks. My commentary partner this afternoon is Bucks. Bucks 1 point at quarter time to Wanderers, 1 point at half time now to Pint. Which way could you see this one going?
yeah, it's been a very tight contest. I can't really pick it. Wanderers have had it in their forward 50, but just can't convert, and it is drying out a little bit. The sun's come out, but it's just heavy by foot. There'll be some wary legs there, but Pints, every time they get it forward, they seem to score. So, yeah, it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, the groundskeeper here's a bit confused because he put the lights on and the sun came out. And we did have a lot of rain here about 3 or 4 hours ago. A couple of other games for round 8 going on at Gazali's Arena. Palmerston versus the Tigers. The Tigers are leading at the moment by 31 points halfway through the second quarter. 7:30 at Gardens Oval. Waratah will take on Darwin Buffs. And 6 o'clock tonight, the headline match of the round, the top of the table clash between St Mary's and Southern Districts. But we're here at DXC Arena for the second half as Pint are leading by 1 point, 4-2-26 to Wanderers 4-1-25. Bucks picked the Wanderers at the start of the game. I picked Pint, and we're both in this one.
Yeah, still in it.
As we get the ball away at the centre of the ground. It's been 50-50 all day out of the middle there, but Pint did win the first 3, and they've got this one. Umpire did see a bit of a pull and jumper, played on advantage. No, he's pulled it back from an advantage. But so the ball will come back to shot in the centre of the ground. One umpire said play on, and the other one's pulled it back, so they've pulled it back to centre ground. So shot now, pushing it forward for Pint into the pocket there. Every time they've gone there, it's been cut off pretty well. And again, it goes out for a boundary throw in. And it spent a lot of time in that pocket in the first quarter and again in the second quarter for both sides. So Buck said just a bit more running from either side would be good.
Yeah, Alex McCarthy then. It's from Wangaratta.
Again, kept in play this time though. Wanderers knocking it down the wing. No one there though, but unlucky, just couldn't get to it was McKimmie. He tried to put it to hard yards and the ball just dropped short of him, else he was on his own, and there was a couple of guys down the line for him as well if he'd have got up quickly. But again, back for another boundary throw in. Sun shining now, should help dry the ground out a little bit. Umpire didn't like that one didn't even get anywhere near either ruckman, so we'll have another go at that. Feel sorry for the boundary umpires. Once they've been really, really busy today, Bucks, and
yes.
2, that ball is getting heavy. I know we've just
heavier.
started the second one, but it's already hit the ground, and once it hits there, it's getting heavy. That was a bit more to both ruckman's liking. Good tackle. Umpire's going to come ball that one up.
Looks like Wanderers tagging Cam Wilson for Pints. Trying to shut him down a bit.
McDonald takes that out of the ruck. Knocks down the wing, but cut off. Oh, it could be gone for sliding in there, and that didn't look good at all. And yeah. Oh no.
Thought it was the other way.
Yeah, I thought that McKimmie slid in there, but no, he's been given it.
McKimmie played last season with Pints.
One down the wing there, again to that corner. Looking for a way out of there, but Wanderers seems to have that cut off all day. Long one down the wing. It's 5-on-1 here, so anything he does get this boundary is done really well, and he did exactly that. Did an outstanding job. Did
Just experience there with Brent Motlop,
Yeah.
the way he used his bodies, pushed him out and kept his ground.
Yeah, 5v1 he had there, Brendan. He just had one thing in mind and did it perfectly well, so well done. Kicked a big goal there in the second quarter. Down to the front of the pack. Umpire to ball that one up again. Must have been pretty quiet today. Gets his second one though, well done. Knocks that up. All Pint just waiting at the back though. Ball again into the bottom of the pack, and the umpire is going to ball that one up as well. He did get him from behind, but he threw his body forward and the umpire wasn't going to fall for it. So another ball up. Feel pretty well spread at the moment. McDonald knocks that one down to the bottom of the pack. Well paid the mark.
Useful from Euroa in the Duke, Golden Valley.
And he's going to get 50 for it as well. Came off the mark. They've done that a few times today, Bucks. They've come off the mark. The umpires have let them play. Pinged them a couple of times, but there's been a couple of smothers because they've come off the mark.
Yeah, it's very hard and frustrating as a coach to 50 metres in these conditions.
Brings that to the top of the square. Picking it up, another good tackle. Keeping the ball going forward at all costs, though, Pine over at the moment. It's going to be messed up again. Big bodies in there. Jorgensen has a snap. And has got that handy point for today, you would say.
It's very hard in these conditions, tackling and sliding. A lot of slippery by feet, sliding.
4-3-27, 4-1-25. 2-point lead to Pint, who hit the front for the first time late in that second quarter. Holding its Wanderers free kick.
He pointed the wrong way.
Oh, he pointed the wrong way. Okay, Yusuf gets another. John tops that in pretty quickly, and no wonder Wanderers were out of position because everybody did point the other way. But Wilson here. Fair way out. Again, looked like he came off the mark a bit too soon, but the umpires let that one go.
Definitely touched too.
Yep, and we'll ball it up.
So points have rolled up and there's no one in Wanderers from the forward from the square, the centre bit.
Yeah, they did that in the first quarter and got pinged a couple of times and Wanderers outpaced them with the ball over the back. So they want to be careful they're not playing that quarterback slight sweeper role because Wanderers do have some pace on the ball when they do get over the top. But Pint look like they've got pretty much control at the moment. Miller's got the ball there on the far side. Again, running off to the mark, into the pack. Dropping over the back. Pint trying to push forward, breaking a tackle. Again, back out onto that far wing. Ball's knocked back into the centre. And another behind it there for Pint. So 4-4-28 to 4-1-25, 6-minute mark of the third quarter. And lacking a bit of pace on this game, Bucks. They're just it's a bit
fatigue
scrappy.
in the legs now, heavy legs. Wanderers will be trying to open them up, go wide and create some space.
Yeah, you would think this is the time to start. It's drying out a little bit. Just try and use the width of the ground. It's a big ground here. It's a cricket ground. And they're just sticking down that far right side. Again, the pack forming coming out though by Wanderers down the wing, and this is it, the bit where they got stung last time. Cut off though by Pint, but they did get caught a couple of times in the first quarter when they played this deep.
Cam Wilson stepped up. He's had a bit of it first.
Yeah, it was a long way on his own then, was Yusuf. Looking again, a bit of an odd kick to him, but he's got plenty of time. No one behind him. Fegley knocking it forward. All Wanderers there though. Big punch out of the middle, and here comes Wanderers again, but it's got nobody to pass to. He's had to beat 3 tackles there and then knocked the ball and gone down the corridor. It's Motlop who's pushed it out wide.
Marcus Tonham.
Tonham's going to come back to the middle a little bit. Stays slowly on the wing. Nice touch. Looking for them. Luxa Fortune there, came off hands, and it's going to have a snap, but that's just pushed wide. Oh, he's got a mark. Eyes for only for the ball. Bit of a push, he wants to be careful here, and yeah, no, just taking it easy. Is Murray Waite. He's going to have to run around here. We're going to put Wanderers back in front. They've led all day apart from this last few minutes, and he snapped that around the corner very well. A big brave mark there up against the post, and has put Wanderers back in front, 5-1-31 to 4-4-28, coming up to the ninth minute mark here at the third quarter at DXC Arena.
Just usually used it real well, Wanderers through the corridor, then just hit their targets, took their time, and yeah. I don't know, the kick before he marked it, I think the guy off the side of his foot. He had plenty of time to run it in.
Yeah, I don't think that's where he was aiming for it, but it did drop for him fairly well. And Wade just only had eyes for the ball. And a very brave mark there up against that point post. Ball's back into the centre. First goal of the quarter, and it's come 9 minutes in. Ooh. Again, Messi in the middle. Wanderers trying to get it out. A scrappy handball. Good one there, though, through to White. Umpire's dragging him back a bit. He slid that length of the cricket pitch there. Knocks it forward again. Bit of pushing and shoving up. Oh,
very
good.
Smart.
Yeah.
Worked before the ball come.
Yeah, did very well. Murray Waite lining up for his second goal.
But Wanderers moved the ball quick, created one-on-ones in their forward 50. Brad Ryan from Tatura, vice captain. It's his second game back for points. Sitting at full back.
Umpires run a long way across there and push that one to the left.
Really needed that.
5-2-32 to 4-4-28. Short one through. Schmeister. Again, another short one. Akimi, who just got hassled out of it very well there by one. They've done that well all day, Bucks, haven't they?
Pressure Wanderers, yeah, they've had pressure all around the ground.
Yeah, as a coach of the forward line there, guys, should be very happy with the pressure they put on.
Oh, boundary throw. Oh, no, they've let it go.
Leggett's coming out. He didn't get changed much at half time. He's still as soaked as he was when he fell in the mud. Good body there. Just got the ball and all. Just ran out of room there with a handball.
Just Dre Thompson, how he tackles, very good rugby player as well. A lot of kids up here grow up playing both sports.
Yeah, no, that was a good solid tackle there. Took the ball out and everything. Now the boundary throw, that's just dropped very, very short as well. The umpire's letting that one go, but that didn't get anywhere near either ruckman. That's holding the ball.
Hard in them slippery conditions.
Yeah, Miller with it for Pint. Looking for somebody to move for him. There's not much in option, so he's going to bang this forward again into a pack, and it's going to come over the back. Good handball, knocked forward, but touched off the boot. That'll go to their pocket, and was touched. And again, a boundary throw in. Well, he's paid something. Yeah, it's a boundary throw in.
Yeah.
Unless there's something.
I don't think the players seen it touch this end.
Yeah. Goes into the ruck. Pint coming out, bit of a tug of a shirt there, but going to get away with it, and we go for our 50th throw-in in this pocket for the game, I think. So it's boundary umpire that week's certainly earned his money today. Again, though, Pint have pushed every single player forward. They haven't got anybody even inside of their square. It's everybody's in one half of the ground.
It's funny, I look at Dre Thomas. I'd be trying to get him deep for Wanderers to burn them on pace.
Yeah, you would think so. It's not even in the half. And here we go. A bit of a change coming on again for Wanderers. They've used the bench fair bit today. White's coming on now. With Motlop coming off. Kicked a great goal there in the second quarter, Motlop did. Cleared again by Wanderers from a free. Pack flies. Good hands there from Thing.
Oh, good tackle on Wanderers. The pressure's been great all day.
Yes. Looking for someone running past. There wasn't anybody. So he's punched it out here to the wing. Handballs it to himself. with Friel. It's gone back in the pack and a bit of a throw, yeah. Yeah, he's going to call it a throw in there, but he could have been pinged for a dangerous tackle. He shirt collared him down, and the umpire said throw it in back in. Better one for the ruckman there from the throw-in. Oh, couldn't get his boot to it. Schmeitzer just could not get his boot around to that one, and we're back into the same spot for a throw-in again. Four-point lead to Wanderers, 4-4-28 to 5-2-32 as the ball's back into play.
Rolled it back.
Yeah, thrown back. That one. Umpire decided the boundary umpire hasn't thrown enough in today, so he might have one more, but...
Clock still runs while it's out of bounds here in Darwin football.
That one's better for both ruckmen. Pint will get coming out of the ruck with it. Turned onto the ball really quickly, umpire.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they're both hanging on each other.
Yeah. Both umpires blew whistles then and then waited to see which one paid which free, because what you said, they'll both hang on to each other, Bucks. But McDonald has got the ball for Pint. Be looking for some movements. One short for him, and he again pushes it out to this boundary, and again it's a boundary throw in. And I've got a feeling then he was actually aiming for Billy Crofts, who's not even on the ground. So he's just saw a shirt standing on the sideline and thought that was the one I could go to, and of course wasn't even in play. So we've balled that back in again. Pint have dropped back a few more now. They were playing really high before, but they've dropped them back to stop this run. There's that dog that was on the field earlier, having a bit of a bark. Good run here by Wanderers. Looking at it again, look at it, just
one handball too many.
Yeah, overthought the handball there, and Friel just was never going to get to it. Well, good pace out of the middle. McKimmie just probably outran his own team then, because there was no one to give it to when he came out of there. Pack in the middle of the ground again, a good strong tackle, but just good enough. The umpire isn't going to pay that too high, but he did look close. He did pay. Yeah, no, he did get a tie. He didn't sing split.
Any numbers, Pints down there?
More Pints there. Cut off by Schweitzer. Again, stuck out in the boundary line. Coming up 16th minute mark of the third quarter. Wanderers leading by 4 points. Wanderers led the first quarter by a point, and Pint led the half-time by a point. So there's very, very little in this game, of course. Both these sides desperate for a win. It comes out of the Pint again. Wanderers just hoping to snap one there, but just was touched off the boot. And we're back to the pile-up in the middle, Bucks.
Another stoppage. There's some sore bodies after this game.
Absolutely. It's getting warmer here in Darwin as well. Sun's come out, and thanks to the guy with the lights, as I said, as soon as he put them on, the sun came out. Knocked across the middle of the ground, and a good mark, well positioned.
2-on-1 there too. I don't know what McKimmie was doing, but
White.
2 points. Credit to White, he worked.
It's Truan or what? Truan.
What's he going to do here? Check side.
A check side from directly in front. Oh. Coach, what does that say to you? Is he goal kicking practice on Tuesday night?
Yes.
Yep, he's got the goal. Yeah.
Coach's nightmare. Aaron will be really happy with the pressure of Wanderers. Pints have had it in their forward 50 a couple of times this quarter, and Wanderers have worked it out.
By far the biggest lead of the night. Actually, I think 4 points might have been the biggest, but they've 6-2-38 to 4-4-28. But the one thing I've said about Pint, and I said right at the start of the game, and I've noticed right through the time they've been in the Premier League, they're a very fast finishing side. Sometimes they get just a little bit too far behind Bucks to catch up. This isn't one of those nights. 10 points could fall really quickly here. So although it's looked like Wanderers got control at the moment, Pints do come back very strongly in the final quarter in most games, and nearly actually pinched it last week. As we ball it up again. Coming out of the middle. Pint needed that one, but there's not much there. It's going to go into another pack, and picked up by Wanderers. Fuller down that wing. Miller trying to get a handle on it, just fell out over the back and has run into the boundary line. Don't forget, if you're watching now, there's a couple of big games on tonight. The big one at 6 o'clock at TIO, top of table clash. St Mary's versus the undefeated Southern Districts will be a beauty. We go back forward, back into the pack here. Pint looking for a way to get this out of the centre. Turning into it again. Scrappy toe poke down the line. Just Wanderers are not giving Pint an inch today. That we had plenty of time normally. Just jumped on him, and he's got the free. I don't know how he got the free.
Time to get rid of that.
Yeah, he had plenty of time there, and Wanderers just hit him too soon. Looking for the big mark, hard to do in these conditions. Just looking for the boundary line, but Pint have picked that up. Again, tackle, could have got high, yes, and has got him high. Bit of a push for his luck.
Jorgensen, he's only a short little fella, gets a few of them. Played in 3 or 4 premierships in Athea, Bicola United Junior. Playing for Wodonga Raiders at the moment in the Ovens of Murray.
Brenton Modlop got one from here, but he's not even going to try, just drops that short.
Or uncontested mark, he'd be
Luke Moore.
filthy.
Luke Moore, probably not in much, a little bit closer, but not much of a difference in angle, so no breeze to speak of here at DXC. He can even push this to the left post. He's gone really shallow with it, and by the looks of it, he's got it.
Oh.
So Luke Moore gets the one back that Pint needed. Brings this back to 4 points, and it's been around that sort of range, 1.2 points, 3.4 all night, as we're into time on 5-4-34 to 6-2-38. As I said, Wanderers led by a point at quarter time, Pint by a point at half time. So anybody's game, and as I said, Pint are pretty good at coming back in that final quarter.
Hugh Schmider, he's played Osborne in the Hume League, won a flag there this season for Pints. And Alex McCarthy won a flag with Wang Rovers in Ovens of Murray for Pints as well.
Again, locked up in the middle. Wanderers come out into a pack of 4. Motlop in the bottom of that. And free kick for Pint. He's looking someone. No one moved for him. He's getting Point to say go down the corridor. He's going to come out here to this far wing and he's going to kick it out of bounds the fall. So he had 4 options then, and that wasn't the 5th one. So unfortunate there for Pint. They did have a few people running loose, but Wanderers did lock them up pretty well. Borrelin brings it back in. Bunch of hands and well defended. Siren could go any minute now. It's a 5-4-34 to 6-2-38. Quarters have gone around this sort of time, 22-minute mark now in this quarter. Wanderers free kick, or was that? A bad throw in again. We've had, there goes the
throw.
Siren.
Made it hard for that contest.
So there we go, 4 points after 1 point at quarter time, 1 point at half time. Wanderers holding on here, 34 to 38. We'll be back with you very shortly.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AFL NT's coverage of the 24-25 TIO NTFL season from DXC Arena this afternoon on Larrakia Country. I'm Nick Danks, and Bucks is my co-commentator this afternoon. And again, we've got a beauty close one. Wanderers by a point at quarter time, PINT by 1 point at half time, and Wanderers now 4 points here at three-quarter time as we go into the final quarter. What do you think's going to happen, Bucks?
It's anyone's game. It's been one of them back and forward games each side. I think the midfield, that's where it's going to be won. So whether yeah, Pints can get on top of the midfield or Wanderers. But yeah, it's a close game and it's anyone's game.
Absolutely. You picked Wanderers at the start, and they at one stage they got out to a 10-point lead, and I thought, here we go, and they just Point for some reason just fight back all the time, and it's good to see. Not a real win by anyone out of the middle. It's been the umpire's been very busy today. First goal here will be valuable, and I think he's played that on. Wanderers will get the kick forward anyway. A lot of Pint defence there, and kicked in, and we're back out for the 52nd time in that pocket.
Yeah.
For a throw in. It's been that boundary umpire's been busy all day, no matter who's got it either way. There's no breeze going either way on this ground, and the sun's out, but it is very muddy. We had a fair bit of rain about 3 hours before the game, and it's made the ground very boggy in spots. Throw back in. Back forms again, just waiting for the ball to come out. Thompson gets that one out of there.
And another throw-in.
Back into that pocket again. Thompson's played well today. A couple of them, Leggett's had a good game as well. And Brenton Motlop's got the goal of the game without a doubt earlier on in that second quarter.
Yeah, Duray, I reckon, could be a game winner for him if he gets going. Need someone to step up and kick a couple of goals. He could be the player for Wanderers.
Into the pack again. Just looking for a way to get it out of there, but it's going to ball up and just scrappy out of the middle again, out of the pack again. Lots of hands and a snap. Hoping it comes back, and it didn't come back enough. But another point there to Wanderers. 5-point lead now. Spent a fair bit of time out on that far wing. It's been a lot drier out there. The ground's a lot firmer on that side of the ground than is here on the stadium side. Kick that was looking for a target, and just dropped short of him, and it's gone out on the full. I think Pint would have to get the first goal here in this quarter, or else they could lock this up. Wanderers could. Not clear of the pack again, and we're back out for another boundary throw in.
In the opposite pocket.
Don't forget 3 other games on now at the moment. Gazelles are in at Palmerston and the Tigers. 2 games on tonight. The top of the table clash, St Mary's versus Southern Districts at 6, and at 7:30 at Gardens Oval, Waratah versus Darwin Buffs for round 8 at the NTFL.
What's happening?
Waiting for the throw-in.
A ball over the fence, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of groundwork being done over there with the golf club as well. So you can just see the mound of dirt there, so it just dropped over the back of that. Waiting for the throw-in. Sure, Ruckman go for it. McDonald come out of the pack for Pint. Knocked forward, and very little forward for them though. Back out on that boundary line. And Jorgensen just couldn't get hold of that one, as we're going to throw it back in again. It's down Pint into the ground, which is where they would want it. They desperately need the first goal in this quarter. Bit of a strange throw in, but we're still playing on. Wanderers trying to pick it up. And balled out by Pint, go forward. Looking for the pack, pushed out of it, it's dropped over the back. Umpires got him there. Did check him out of it. He didn't actually, he's looking at him, I said it wasn't me, but I'd be fairly quiet because they've been pretty quick to hand out 50s today. Andrew Jones with this one. And amazing that he palms this through. They've 5 minutes into the final quarter. Pint will be back in front. 3 interchanges just made for Pint. 3 waiting here to come on for Wanderers as well. Big kick from here. Pushed it to the post. All the big guys go up and just off the fingers and through for a behind.
Knights really need to work it out here. Mitch Taylor, the captain, very experienced player.
Back to 4 points, the same as it was at three-quarter time.
$50.
Yeah.
Step over the mark.
A few of those done today. A couple for the over the mark, but there's been a few other marks that they haven't paid. But they've been really quick on the back chat today, which has been good. Keeps the game in check. Across the ground. Well, Halloran. Play on, calls the umpire.
Keeping it away from Cam Wilson, who's been very good for points today. Oh, I doubt that was there, but long way to see.
Yeah, a bit hard to see. Sparrow Bucksmith.
Unlucky. Slippery conditions.
Touching the ground. Not brave enough to take a bounce in these conditions. He might not come back up at all. Been hard on ground. Hard tackles going in, hard bodies all day. There'll be some sore boys there. Jorgensen again knocking it forward for Pint. Bit of a snap, or just good defence. May have, silly move then. He shouldn't have done that. The ball was going to bounce through for at least the behind, and in these conditions, any point will do. And he's just given away an absolute certain point, and may have even bounced through for a go. It just was a silly decision there by
discipline.
the ill discipline. Only 4 points in it. Everyone down, no one up there really, and it's going to go back very close to the boundary. Pint trying to get it through, and get a big hit. That was Xavier Cubo, who's been in everything today, and Richard Pendle is feeling worse for it for that. He's back up on his feet and running back again, but I think that
I wouldn't have got up.
I would have gone down that right in front of the
straight into
Wanderers. And I think he's trying to work out where the interchange bench is for himself at the moment. That was a big hit, but he's back up. He's probably lucky that it wasn't a firm day today, because that was a big hit on the ground, but seems to have shaken it off. Piercy's gone to him. Neither ruckman gets to it. Wilson knocks it forward for Pint, just looking for some clean possession here. Very hard to get. Again, Scrappy in the middle, all the bodies in. Umpire's going to ball that one up. Knocks it forwards. Pike trying to find the handle's going to get done for. Hold the ball, he dropped that one. Big tackle. No one really moving, pretty understandable in these heavy conditions on foot. Just knocks it forward, looking for the ball over the back. Wilkes trying to knock it forward, Pine in front of it. Again, dragging it back into the pack. Umpire going benefit of the down, is going to ball it up. As we're 8.5 minutes of the final quarter, 5-5-35 to 6-3-39 here at DXC Arena.
Each side really need a goal. Wanderers need a goal.
Yep. Seems strange to say that Pine need a goal to stay in it when they hit the front, but if you think Wanderers got one, I just can't see them getting the two. So, again, very, very scrappy in the middle, and just suiting Wanderers this is. Pine have dropped someone back, though. They've been playing very deep all day, although now he's starting to walk forward again. He got the order from the runner to go forward a little bit more, so he's at the tip of the square. Knock forward, will drop to him short. Over the back, Pine are they out here. If he can get this forward. Unfortunately, pushed it far to the left, but if he could have just knocked that square, it was all Pine, and there's something off the ball again.
And Neil was out on his own at the forward 30.
Yep, that's how quickly that can turn around. So Matthew Motlop bringing it back in for Wanderers. Down the wing here. Oh, good opportunity there for Wanderers. Just couldn't get across. That's Leggett, who's had a beauty today. Well, could have got him high, and has got him high, yep.
Slid down, unlucky. Reset.
McCarthy.
Hard in these conditions.
Again, shucks the ball, but then a luck's of fortune there for him. I don't think that was what he had in mind, but he's just shanked that a little bit. It's full straight onto the chest. And amazingly, Pint could go to the lead 10 minutes into the final quarter.
Chris
Neil's already got
full forward.
Already kicked 2 today. Pushed them both close to the left-hand post. Probably want to push this one out slightly to the right. There's not much breeze here, but he want to just give it a bit more air to the right this time. Again, very narrow, but that's why he's a full forward. Yeah. He's probably going to come and tell me afterwards he knows how to kick goals. That's his third one of the day, but he did push that close to the post again. And, whoa, here we go. Pint are in front, 41-39. 11 minutes into the final quarter. I have said a couple of times that Pint are a good side coming back. The way we've been, Wanderers were a point up at quarter time. Pint up a point at half time. Wanderers 4 points clear at three-quarter time. And here we are now with Pint with a 2-point lead in a contest that still could go the way, Bucks.
Yes, good. Chris Neal there had an opportunity earlier, but he got his opportunity. 3 now, has he? 2.
Yeah, 3. 3. I gave him the first one, but it was but it was Brett. Since then, he's made me feel better and got 3 of them.
Important centre clearance here to either side.
Down the middle, a bit of leg speed here. Slowed it down just a touch. Get off the ball. Yep. Neil then just pushing off the ball. And Matthew Maitlop will take the free for Wanderers. A call for 50 from the Wanderers bench, but that's not surprisingly 12 minutes into the final quarter that they would want one of those. It's a bit... play on down the wing.
And over the back Wanderers, yep, they've got it if they can keep it in.
Oh, just beat him out. Kibio just couldn't get there. His pace was pretty good. Just the ball was always going to beat him into that pocket. Boundary umpires cut that one short with the boundary in this game, and it's gone out the side a few times. Back in the middle, the pack. Quick handball out by Pint. Locking it up. Toe poked forward. Lucks of fortune there for Pint. It comes down the middle, takes a bounce in these conditions. Very Larry. One-on-one. Brent just got a smack in the head just to go on with. Again, very undisciplined. Very undisciplined then. And he's played on quickly, but probably had a little bit more time than that, but might fall for him. But Wanderers are going to come out with pace. Over the top, good hands.
Need to create something now.
Akira.
They're going in the corridor. Trying to create some space. 50? What's happened here? Oh, turnover.
Yeah, a bit of a brain fade there from Murray Wade. I think the way he's looked, the way he's put his hands to his head, and he apologised to his mate. It's just a bit of a brain fade. They've had a couple there today. It's been pretty hot out there.
Yes, the fatigue sets in now. Cam Wilson's just come on. That's dangerous, I reckon. He'll be fresh.
Knocking it out wide. Kicks it off the ground. Nope, out of bounds again. Coming at 15-minute mark of the final quarter, 6-5, 41 to Pint, 6-3, 39 to Wanderers. Wanderers led most of the day, but all by maximum, I think, was about a couple of goals earlier, then 10 points in halfway through that second quarter. But Pine have done really well to get themselves in front here now. Another ball up.
Still time left.
You've got a difficult job to do in about 7 minutes, and tell me who some best on grounds
yeah.
are. So there's a couple I've liked today, but it's going to be difficult in these conditions. Ooh, smothered off the boot then from McCarthy. Wanderers are out here.
Oh, the bounces.
They've got the numbers. Umpire plays that one on. Could have pulled that up fairly easy if he played that on. And managed to keep it in. Plenty of bodies in the centre of the ground. He's taken a ping from miles out, and he's kicked, it's out of bounds. But there was about 3 Wanderers players in the centre of the ground there, all up with their arms up in the air, and he just needed to pull that one back for him. And one of those ones down there was Brenton Motlop, who scored a beauty earlier on in the second quarter. He was standing on all on his own. You think he's a big enough target to see, but he's just rushed that one through. And he's kicked it out of bounds, and Pine will bring it back in. Back down that far wing again, goes up for the big mark. A bit of unrealistic in these conditions. The umpire agreed. He did a high jump, but he was never going to get to that one. And has got pinged for an unrealistic attempt.
Points got plenty of numbers back.
Looking for something a bit more on that wing, but good defence again. Going to slow this down. Won't be a very long quarter, of course. 20 minutes and time on.
Just really need a goal, Wanderers here.
This is the 3rd or 4th time they've been in this position in this quarter. And they just haven't managed to get something on target to put pressure on the scoreboard. Big kick in.
Barrel. No need to do that sort of stuff at this stage of the game.
No. It's twice now in the last few minutes that they've banged away and it's gone out past that point post with. They've had some bodies in the middle. They just need to take their time, and it's only 2 points in this. Don't forget later tonight, 6 o'clock at TIO, the headline match of the round, top of the table clash, St Mary's versus Southern Districts. Make sure you tune in for that one. That'll be a beauty.
Numbers out down the line.
Again, just trying to hold it up on that side, point, knock it forward. Straight up in the air, straight down again. So play on's the call, of course. That one's clipped further down that wing. Big effort there from Pint.
Downfield.
And got a free kick. Downfield. No, back where he brought it back.
Thought it was after he kicked it.
So Wanderers here again. The problem is Pint's pushed everyone into that pocket.
Yeah.
They just need to try and push someone on the side here.
You
got Cubio, Friel, and Percy waiting to come on. And at the moment, very little people, none of the Wanderers guys have moved to give an opportunity to try and square that one up a little bit. Pine will be very happy with the score if they can keep it down that side of the ground. Pull it back in again. As I said, it won't be a very long quarter with 20 minutes plus time on. We haven't had many scores in this quarter at all. Oops, over the back. Looking for the handball out there. It just wasn't anyone to give it to. And just gone back into another pack. Hurried kick out, straight up and down. Not going to be... Oh, he gave it the distance. Must have gone 7 metres up and 7 metres down. Again, looking for someone more central this time. That's a better place to put it in these conditions. Couldn't get the handle, and we're back out in that other pocket, which is suiting Pint, but dangerous position again for Wanderers with only 2 points in it as we're just under 30 seconds away from time on.
You're trying to get on Wanderer players, but it's very hard to. All the players in Wanderers forward 50.
Looking for something out of there. It's going to be very difficult to get something out of that. Point quite happy to just run at the boundary line.
What's he done?
Umpire didn't like something.
No, ball up. Another throw.
Another
no,
throw.
it was free. Deliberate or wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think he grabbed him as he went down, because the umpire did call it pretty quick, blew the whistle pretty quick before it went out, so he's seen something on the ball. Sinclair.
He's
Trying
got
for
it.
the goal. Oh, he's got it. Oh,
That's a good kick.
that's a good kick from
Low.
there. And wow, here we go again. 4-point lead, which is exactly where we were at three-quarter time. 6-5-41 to 7-3-45 as we're 30 seconds into time on. A couple of goals in this quarter, so 21 minutes, Bucks, 21 and a half.
21, 2,
22,
yeah, they've been going to. So.
Yep, so that's a
Crucial.
handy goal. 6-5-41, 7-3-45. Both these sides won 2 games this season against one each, Buffs and Magpies. So this is a valuable win for one of these sides, and it's been like this all day. To be honest, I think Wanderers have probably had a little bit better at parts of the game and probably should be a little bit further in front, but nothing stopping Pint from coming back here.
No, big centre clearance this one.
Yep. As we come out of the middle.
There it is.
There it is. A kick really on the siren then to win that one. 6-5-41 to 7-3-45. Bucks, your best on ground going to be very hard to
Yes,
pick on
very
this
hard.
one.
They it's pretty. Cam Wilson was a standout for Pints. What's happened?
Hang on. We've had a problem with the siren a couple of times today. We're just checking something again. So this happened in the end of the first quarter where the siren went and they carried on for a couple of seconds longer. But we've gone. The umpire's gone in to check the timers. Bit confusion
I
going.
don't think the umpire's let off the ground.
Yeah, no.
Where's the matchman?
Yeah, he's in there. 21:08. So there wouldn't be much more left go anyway because there's only been a couple.
No.
So what are we doing? The umpires. So we're at a ball up at the centre.
Oh.
So it's a ball up in the centre. So we're continuing on. Oh, a bit of excitement here. There will be a bit more excitement. Point. Come back and pinch this one. But we'll find out what happens that in the rest of the week. So that's the second time in this game that the siren's gone and then they've gone, well, hang on, we need to play a couple more minutes. But 21:08 is about where I thought it might be, maybe 22. So we'll see how we're going. Ball's still stuck in the middle there. Wanderers just kicked that late one just then to go 4 points up. 6-5-41 to 7-3-45. Must-win game for both sides for this season, you would think.
Yeah,
So far we've had...
bottling it up. there it is.
So we just had an extra 30 seconds there of...
Yeah, we'll just wait.
Yeah, well, I think we'll wait, Bucks, before we do it. Final scores, I'll go with it this time, 6-5-41 to 7-3-45. They're shaking hands now, so we'll call that one quits. Best on ground again. Sorry, Bucks, how'd you go?
Yeah, Cam Wilson, best on ground. He was amazing midfielder for Pints. Chris Neal with 3 goals for Pints. Thought it was good, and also Connor McDonald in the ruck. Cody Legg, and I thought Matthew Motlop was good also across half-back, and Sinclair as well for Wanderers.
Andre Thompson ran all day. He didn't stop running. He had a good one as well. And, I think that's pretty much it. Yusuf as well. A couple of handy things there early in the game.
Yeah.
Goal scorers, Brett got 1, Yusuf 1, and Moore 1, and Neil, as you said, got 3 for Pint. Trenu got 1, Sinclair 1, Cubio 1, Thompson 1, Ukira 1. Motlop got the goal of the game right from the boundary there, apart from, I suppose, the one right on the siren, or the first siren, and Murray Waite got the other one there. Don't forget, a couple of games on now. Palmerston versus the Tigers, 6 o'clock tonight, the headline match. St Mary's versus Southern Districts, and 7:30, Waratah versus Darwin Buffs. That's it for me, though. Nick Danks, my commentary partner at Bucks. Thanks for being with us this afternoon, and we'll see you next time. Good night. Leave a paper with you? Right out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, mate. See you soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. not